Fucking men.
Uh,
Fucking men, bro.
Man,
Come
like I was watching this movie, dude, and I was like
on.
alone in the theater, and I was just like watching it, and I was like, man, I'm glad I got to watch this by myself with nobody else. I was like, this is fucking cool. I was like, fuck yeah.
By the second one, I started looking around. It's like, y'all seeing this shit too, right?
That was crazy, man. Like that was something out of like a legit, like that was something that would happen like in an anime, like in an anime movie. Like that's something that would happen like in a fucking crazy like 90s anime movie.
You definitely right about this. Yeah, right about that, bro. For real. Yeah, this was definitely awesome. All right.
Zombies are very, very dead, but they're not in their graves.
Hey, what's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T here, and I'm with the main man, the hostess with the mostest, Mr.
Sid motherfucking retro in the building, y'all, man. We back at y'all with another episode, man. We're gonna talk about men, man.
Yeah, men. We're gonna be talking about men today, ghouls and gals. Not these men. We're gonna be talking about men in general.
Those other guys.
Men, the movie.
What are you?
But yeah, boys and gals, we're going to be talking about Men, directed by Alex Garland. And before we get into what this movie's about, and this movie's about more than what the title hints at, but let's just let the ghouls and gals know who stars in this movie. This movie stars Harper, who is played by Jesse Buckley, and it also stars Roy Kinnear, who plays Jeffrey, and he also plays like literally everybody else in the fucking town. And it also stars her friend, the character she keeps talking to on the phone, Riley, who's played by Gil Rankin, and that's pretty much the entire cast. It's just like those three people for the most part. And yeah, man. So what did you think about Men? Like initially, what did you think about Men?
Well, you know, like the whole premise and shit, like fucking her husbands commit suicide and he moves to the countryside and then everything just gets fucked. You know what I mean? I thought my man Jeffrey did a great job acting wise.
Oh yeah,
everybody did a great.
That guy was pulling like double, triple duty, man. He was playing like everybody, and that in itself was fucking cool, dude. That was just fucking awesome. And I like that they did that for like a reason. You know what I mean? Not only was he like this sort of shape-shifting like demon, they were like also trying to like show that like to her and her point of view, like she had been in like such like toxicity for such a long fucking time. And it's gonna sound so fucking woke and lame, but like her you know, like her visualization of men got so fucked up that it was just like all of them are the same. You know what I mean? Like that, you know what I mean? Like it just was like, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was fucking cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like all men, like it's all men. Like I thought that was fucking cool the way they did that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. You know, it's so wild because they introduce him as like this kind of like, you know, goofy, nonchalant character that you know, he's just awkward as fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Like horny so and
like,
nerdy.
All right, he's awkward as fuck, like let him go about his fucking business or whatever.
Yeah.
But then like when she moves in, like you just, you know, and then she's like realizing like everybody is like, does she even realize that?
She does notice it. She notices it, but she's just like so like
she's
like
kind of blinded
like out of it, like she doesn't care.
Even kind of like me in the audience, people were just like, what the fuck? Like, wait, is this the same guy? Like kind of, I feel like, you know, we were bonding with that character because we were just like, what the fuck is like like
she noticed it a lot whenever she saw the little kid that she even made like a face. She was like, what the fuck? Like she was just like, what the fuck?
Exactly. And I don't know if it was because the CGI was bad or just because his head was so fucking big or what. But you know, so like once I saw that shit, I was just like, okay, so she realizes it too. Like,
I
all
like
right.
that.
But he was like, fuck you, bitch.
Like, she didn't want to play hide and go seek with the boy. She's like, you want to play hide and go seek? And he's like, no, thank you, I'm fine. And he's like, well, I want to play. And she's gonna play with me. And he's the preacher guy is like, no, she's not gonna play. He's like, well, fuck you, bitch. I like whenever he tells the preacher, fuck off, and the preacher's like, you first. You first.
That preacher was creepy as fuck. They gave him like a long hair and he's like creeping around.
He was like Snape, like a fucking alternate reality version of like fucking Professor Snape, like a pervy Professor Snape.
He reminded me of like a washed up like hairband metal.
Like
the 80s or something. He was just like Count God like 20 years ago. So he's just like walking around with like his long gray hair, just like moping around, trying to like hit on chicks that come to the fucking town church or something. Speaking of that shit was crazy. He was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, he was, man. Speaking of the church, dude, I like that the film kept like every now and again it would go back and forth between that like fertility like statue, like that statue that they kept showing. They would be like back and forth between that. And I like that they kept showing like kind of like even in like history and like religion, like, you know what I mean? Like they say like, you know, like it's the woman's fault for the man, you know what I mean? For the man falling. Like the movie like keeps repeating that and stuff. And it's just interesting that like even when she goes to the church, like she sees like the glass and it's like a woman like oh like that, and the man's like all like, oh, you fucked me up and shit, bitch. Like I like that. Like the movie could have so quickly been one of those films where they're just like, ugh, men are bad, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. But like it wasn't like really like that, you know what I mean? Like it was I wish I could explain it a little bit better, but like, you know what I mean? But like it's not like that at all. Like at least to me, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, it's so weird because it, you know, is when you look at it, it's like, okay, like all men are the same, but they all had like their own creepy ways about them that made it creepy and shit. But it also made it super relatable because that's what women go through on a daily basis. You're not even safe at the church. You're not even safe like
everybody's
at the hotel, at the Airbnb that you're in. You're not safe there. You're not safe at the fucking bar. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, it's constantly dealing with men all the time. And she definitely dealt with that shit. And you know, it's a complex film. Not all the men are gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even I walked away, I was like, what the fuck was this about? Like, you really gotta sit there and think about it. But my wife,
I had to be, I was sitting in my car, like,
she got it right away because she's like, okay, all men are the same. They keep giving up the same motherfucker, regurgitating the same motherfucker.
Yeah, the same shit. Same shit over and over and over and over. Yeah.
So let's rewind. Let's talk about what did you? So we got the character develop. All the characters are crazy dope, played by the same.
Yeah, by the same dude. He put like an Eddie Murphy or Mike Myers. Like he was every single fucking person.
He did remind me of Mike Myers, bro.
He kind of did, right? A little bit.
Remind me of Mike Myers.
He was very Mike Myers-y.
Yeah, he definitely did, man. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like the English fucking attitude and all that shit or something. He's Canadian, but whatever, you know.
Yeah.
They be on that nonchalant shit.
But like,
what about her friend? Did you like her friend? Her pregnant friend?
I like that the movie had somebody else to kind of like, so it wasn't like it was self-contained, but not so self-contained. You know what I mean? Like she kind of had like an in to the outside world, and that was kind of like us for the audience. So I kind of dug that they had that and stuff. I dug all the characters in this, and like I wanted to touch on like the message aside. Like, what did you think about like the horror like aspect of this movie, like the scary movie like aspect of this movie?
You know what? It was it was super weird, and it was offsetting.
Yeah.
And you know, there would be like weird moments in the movie, like the tunnel scene.
Oh yeah.
Or what, like any of the stalking scenes, pretty much.
Yeah, those are weird. The guy's like fully nude, like just in the garden. Weird.
Yeah, the full frontal, bro. This was crazy in here too. Like just butt ass naked white guys walking around. You know what I'm saying? You got the wing wham hanging out there, bro. It's going down. They just chasing her ass throughout the movie, butt ass naked. You know, it's a little much, bro. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought she was gonna be getting raped. I thought that was gonna happen.
I was like, oh, I don't want to see that.
Raped, sacrificed, fucking worshipped. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with this shit. I was like, why they set her up over here? Where the fuck, like, what Airbnb listing did she fucking Craigslist ad fucking like what? Where'd she get this cottage number from, bro?
Yeah,
like who gave it?
I came under like the feeling like that thing, whatever it was. I have a feeling like that. It kind of just took over like the whole town. Like it, like you know what I mean? Like it. I kind of felt like if it was kind of like a like Pennywise like type like monster. You know what I mean? Like it just can be anything. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like got that vibe from it.
And, you know what? It was super weird about the boyfriend though, her husband.
Oh yeah. Oh, like
that was super weird. Like it just starts off like super volatile. Like fuck you, you can't leave me. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Dude, that was crazy. That was almost scarier than the fucking scary part of the movie. I was like, girl, get away from this man. Like he is fucking crazy. Like what the fuck? Like he was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, you stupid bitch. And then she was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, ah. She was like, oh, what the fuck?
He's like, what's that? She's like, what? Broken nose.
Yeah, right in the kisser.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. And then he was like, I'm sorry. And then she was like, get out, get the fuck out. And I was like, okay, it's a wrap now. Like it's a wrap now. Ain't no coming back. Like he already said he was gonna do this. Then he did that. And then he's outside. Like, yeah, he definitely gone. And then, but yo, when they showed my man on the fence.
I was barely gonna say that, dude. That whole the whole suicide scene. And I love the way that the movie does it. Like they slowly like unravel it. Like they show you like a little bit of it here, and then the movie continues, and then they show you a little bit there, and it's all well done to the point. Like, and that's thanks in part to this fucking director Alex Garland. He's the guy that did Annihilation, a movie with Natalie Portman where there's like fucking aliens and shit. I fucking love that movie, and he does a really good job of that, dude, of like putting like that pressure on and building that suspense all while like unraveling like this story. This film like has two different stories, you know, going on at the same time. You have like this story of, you know, this lady, you know what I mean, like dealing with like the death of her husband and grieving, and like being like super traumatized by that. And then you have this horror movie that's also going on, like with this like demonic, like, you know, like toxic masculine fucking demonic entity or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, dude, I think it handles everything really well. And that fucking suicide scene was crazy, dude. Like him just coming down and like looking at her like that, and they're just like, oh, and she just fucking.
And I noticed when he landed, his foot was fucked up.
Yeah.
And then when the fucking thing kept it had the same fucked up injuries and shit.
Even whenever she cut him, like even when she cut him with the knife,
bro. Let's talk about the creature, bro. What did you think about this creature that was crazy? Like my man had like the fucking Ninja Turtle hand.
He was like,
he had the fucking
dude, it was wild when he was cleaning it.
You did the Total Recall joint on the show.
Yeah, that shit looked gross as fuck. That shit looked gross as fuck, dude. And like he was like that, and like he was like looking in the mirror, and he was like the preacher, and he was just like cleaning it like that, and it was just like, and I was like, what?
And he was like,
yeah, he was like, look what you did to me. He's like, look what you did to me.
Yeah, that was wild, but that was also like one of the main revelations in the movie because I was just like,
just like the guy, and then his foot was all fucked up too. Yeah,
there we go. Because I'm like, well, who the fuck is what? Like, I'm not putting nothing past this movie. Like, I don't know if there's multiple of them or if there's one pretending to be all of them or whatever. But once you see that, what did you think about that scene though, man? When a lot of this movie, she's hiding in this house, creeping around, trying to protect the house. You know, it's kind of like a survival horror type shit. You know?
Yeah,
it was pretty dope. But once that mailbox scene, though, let's talk about that mailbox scene. Yeah, when he puts a hand through the mailbox.
Oh yeah, dude.
She unintentionally did that.
Yeah, like she was just trying to be like, oh, like get away, but he did it like he went like that, and then he pulled it all the way back, like to cut it off. I like that this guy, he ended up towards the end of the movie, he ended up looking like the hands that I have like back there. Like he was all green. He looked like fucking Swamp Thing or something. Like he had like, right, like she hurt him, and then he had like branches like coming out of his like head, and he was like turning more into like a thing. Well, earlier in the movie they show that he cuts himself in the forehead, right? But earlier in the movie they show he cuts himself in the forehead and he puts like a leaf, right? Or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to look for one earlier so I can put it on for the review and just fucking walk around.
Yeah, I was gonna cut my forehead too and put a leaf in there.
Bro, carve men on my fucking forehead.
Yeah, man. But no, man, I really dug this movie, man. And this film could have been, like I said, it could have been this like woke piece of shit that just like bashes you over the head and like is just like stupid and like dumb and like the character is just some man that's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. You know what I mean? And like, and it's like it's not that. And then that stinks again in part to the fucking director of this movie, man. This guy just does like an incredible job.
The way that they tie in like the deity into it, like you were saying earlier, like the deity in the church and whatever, and like the way that it like flashes back, it kind of connects you to what's going on here. Yeah, like this is like, you know, it's like symbolism. Like you got to connect with this part right here.
Yeah.
Like, so what is so let's talk about the birth scenes, bro.
Oh my god,
let's get into this.
So, that's like, honestly gonna be the biggest part of this movie.
What the fuck is going on with this, bro? Like we need to talk about this, right? So in our perspective, like we're watching the movie, like you and I were like, okay, so this is like some type of demon multiplied that can multiply themselves, but it's only themselves.
Yeah.
And or is it because she is on her shit, right? Like could the demon be casting a spell over her so where she sees everybody in the town as a threat? But in actuality, like it is though, because it's, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Well, like at the end of the movie, they like allude to the fact that like one everything happened. Like nothing was in her like head. Like there was like that thing trying to kill her because you see all the blood everywhere and you see the fucking car all wrecked and stuff like that.
The homegirl comes through and you're like, okay,
and she's just like,
this shit is real. Like okay, all right, this everything.
And two, that demon somehow or another, whether he killed all of the people in the town or swallowed them or whatever, he's all of them. So there's nobody left there anymore. Like it's just like her and that chick. And but yeah, man, I mean, this movie, man, fucking that birthing scene, dude, like that male birthing scene. Yes, schools and gals, there is a male birthing scene.
So the demon takes over the town and he just like populates it himself and then just keep rebirthing its own self to
because at the end of the movie he's already like dying because remember she like stabbed him and did all this other stuff to him, so he's like trying to show her like and like the movie, like towards the end of the movie, like spoilers, it's like her husband, her ex-husband or whatever,
the last formation,
the last form is her ex-husband, and he's just like, I wanted you to like love me and stuff like that, and she's just like, what the fuck, like, you know what I mean, like this fucking guy, you know what I mean, like I like that, like that's her reaction, like after everything, you know what I mean, like she's been through, she's just like, this fucking guy, you know what I mean, like what the fuck, and she's like, fuck you, like, you know, like basically like fuck you. But yeah, man, really superbly done, really well done. I really dug the fuck out of this movie, man. Even like the crazy fucking scenes, I mean, everything I feel like in this movie was like made to make people feel like uncomfortable as fuck. Like this movie goes out of its way to like make you feel like super uncomfortable.
Even the music is unnerving. It's a lot of like high octave, like even just like regular. It'll just be like people's voices and shit. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I was
like a lot of drums.
The birthing scenes, bro. Like the birthing scenes on here are on some like the Thing level type shit.
Oh yeah.
Like these birthing scenes are out of control, bro. Like this movie, I did not expect to see a grown ass man give birth to a grown ass man.
Yeah,
like 3 times back to back, my guy.
Yeah,
like, that's a lot of fucking birth, bro.
Yeah, like a giant stomach.
Bro, they showed like the mangina, bro. Yeah. They showed and
it started coming out of like their back and shit, right? Like when it came out of
the back. That shit came out the mangina, then that shit came out the back, then that shit came out the mouth or some shit, right? Yeah, they came out the mouth feet first, bro. That shit, bro.
All that shit was crazy, man. Literally all that shit was so fucking crazy, man.
I looked around in the theater and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I know y'all see this shit. Y'all see the fucking man pussies on stage.
The mangina, the man pussy.
The fucking demon vagina going all full force, bro. That shit was like popping out fucking babies left and right, bro. Trying to keep this shit going, bro. Yo, why? So is it all one person? So like why didn't like the police do like it's everybody's just one person, huh?
That's why the police. That's why there was only like one police.
That's it. So there it is.
Yeah.
Like, so like when she came to that bar, that was just like some type of like demon illusion thing.
Yeah, they were just like They're just like NPCs or something. Like everybody was just kind of there, like,
yeah. That shit was slick, bro. I liked it, man.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was weird as fuck, though. I was like, what the fuck is this? This shit was never seen a man give birth before.
Yeah,
not once,
no shit.
not twice, but like
thrice.
Thrice. 3 times too many, man.
Yeah, no shit. But I mean, I was there for it, man. It was weird, wild, and wacky, and I went for the ride and I enjoyed it, man. What do you think about rating this one?
Yo, for me, this shit was wild as fuck. This shit was weird as fuck, bro. Like, I don't think I'm gonna see this one again unless I watch like a YouTube ending explanation thing and like they pull out some like crazy shit. And I'm like, okay, let me go back.
Yeah,
and check it out again. But I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna watch this again, man. I would give it though. For the message alone, though, I'll give it a 7.5 though. The message, the acting, the directing, that shit was all on point. This shit was just super weird. It was unnerving. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's supposed to be and shit. And I'm just not a fan of those movies and shit.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have this than some fucking asshole where, you know, where you know what I'm saying, where all the men are like asshole 1000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's Jersey Shore guy. Hey, and then he's like the fucking molesty work manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, this is cool. I like the way that they delivered this message. That was just a lot of, like, I'm sensitive when it comes to like birth stuff and like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. So that's where I was like, bro, like he really giving it to me. He was really giving it to me, man. And I have a phobia of feet, man. And you know, I don't know what it is, but I've been noticing a lot of feet in movies because I got the phobia. And I'm just like, God damn, man. He came out the, foot first in this motherfucker. So I was like, all right, you know. And luckily that was like one of the last transformations for me. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.5, man. The message is on point. Subliminal shit. You gotta go watch the shit explained. Watch the deep dive in it because this is definitely one of those movies that you're not going to catch everything when you first watch it.
Not the first time, no.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
But I was picking up on all the different aspects of creepy motherfucking dude stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have to agree with you, man, with everything you said, and I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5 out of 10 as well. I really enjoyed what Alex Garland did, as well as like directing this, setting up the theme and making it not seem like cheesy and corny and dumb, and him just having like kind of the balls to be like, hey, I'm gonna make a fucking crazy ass fucking movie where like men give birth to other fucking men, and I'm gonna call the movie Men. Yeah, fuck you, fuck everybody. Like, I just thought that was cool. That was super ballsy as fuck. So for that, I have to give it like a 7.5 as well. I mean, the movie is slow. I mean, it's not going to be for everybody. It is slow, like
burn. It's definitely a little slow burn.
Yeah, it's definitely like elevated horror. But in my opinion, I have to say this is kind of how you do that, to where it's not like annoying and dumb and like pretentious and just like fucking like, like preaching to you or talking down to you. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Men. Where there you have it, ghouls and gals.
Hold on. I wanted to say something, bro. When I went to the movie theater, there were 4 bodybuilders that came to see this movie, bro. Like fucking like bulked out, like white beaters and all. They were like 40 something, 50 years old, like all like super diesel, and they all all had the popcorn in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go see Men. We're gonna go see Men. I don't know if they saw the trailer or not, my guy.
They were like, "Oh, it's Men." I think it's just gonna be.
They walked out of that motherfucker, and they were like, "I don't get it. What the fuck was happening in here?" And that was before they left the theater. And then when I went to the fucking pisser, they were over there and they were like, yeah, man, like you just started giving birth and shit. Like, what the fuck was that about? There was maybe like 6 people or 7 people in this theater, and it was truly experience, but I wish that there was more people in the theater to react to the manginas giving birth, man. But yeah, 7.5, man. It's going down, guys, for sure.
Yeah.
That's my shit.
We'll see how the next one, man.
I'm not watching this unless there's like women. Unless the next one's called Women.
Yeah, Women with Amber Heard.
Oh shit! There we go.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Women.